Morning everybody, welcome back to Family Law Assistance, and today I'm jumping on here just to talk about step parents. Now you all know I'm a step parent myself, and I spoke either yesterday or the day before, I know the blurs days into one, but I talked about kids going back to school, and I know that my stepson went back to school, and I, like a lot of other people, took the obligatory photograph of my stepson in his school uniform standing against the door. And yes, he gave me that picture to say, oh my gosh, you know, every term. But this term is heightened, really. I mean, the kid's been off for 6 months, so this term has really been heightened. And you might be asking, well, why on earth are you talking about step parents? Well, interestingly, a lot of people that come through our doors are step parents, and they're step parents who want to help their other halves, and their other halves may not be having contact with the children. Their other halves may be going through a court proceedings themselves. So it's often, a lot of the time, if there's a stepmom behind it or a stepdad behind it, they're the people that are the unsung heroes in this. Okay, they're the people that there's no books really that are written about how to parent stepchildren. It's trial and error. One size doesn't fit all. It usually takes a lot of negotiation, soul searching and patience to get to having a relationship with your stepchildren. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. In my case, I did all of those things, so I really speak from experience. And back in the day, my secret for step parenting would have been wine. No joke. But as time has gone on, I remember making a pact with my husband and saying, look, your deal is to understand how tricky and difficult things were for me, and my deal is I'm going to support you and make a go of that relationship with your child. And it's paid off, thankfully. But when people are going through difficult times and they're struggling in family law proceedings, they're often the ones that behind the scenes don't get the credit, but actually are the ones that are preparing documents till 3 a.m. They're the ones that proofread that email that's going back to the ex. They're the ones that normally get the documents together and sort out the evidence. And when I'm working with, say, for example, a dad and he's got his partner with them, I will always make sure that I work with the two of them, because it's a teamwork. It really is a teamwork when you're going through court proceedings. So today I've written a blog. It's going up live today, actually, and I'm doing it specifically for step parents. Okay. I was inspired. You may not know this, and especially doing the work that I do, but I'm actually a massive Disney fan. I love all things Disney. But Disney, seriously, get it together. Step parents have always been viewed negatively in the media, and I thought that Disney has a lot to answer for. Now, one of my favourite Disney films, funnily enough, is Snow White. And I remember watching Snow White with my stepson, who was small. He was small, and we were watching this, and I just remember thinking, looking at Snow White in a totally different light. I remember thinking I could totally rewrite that. You know, this whole blended family, and that wicked queen. She totally had it. She totally has been misunderstood. She's totally got it wrong. You don't see that Snow White was difficult in the beginning. You don't see the negotiation that went through, and obviously negotiations went wrong. But I can totally see it from a different point of view. Now, look, Disney has started to address that, because when we look at things like, anyone seen Enchanted? Holler down below if you do. Make sure that I'm not just the only Disney freak here. But Enchanted addressed that, thankfully. But listen, there's always been that stigma, and really, you know, step parents, you guys are the unsung heroes in this. You are usually the glue that binds. People say that in a family, and I say family in quotation marks, because we've got blended families, so many blended families, but often that you guys are the glue that binds. It's not the kids, it's step parents often, and having and acknowledging that. Now, I know way back when, supporting somebody that's going through family court proceedings, is tough. It is super tough. There's no rules. You go above and beyond. It's totally thankless. Not only is it a thankless task, but you probably get shit for it. So this is for you. I've put a blog up, and I just wanted to give you in this blog just a couple of tips. So if you're a step parent watching this, interestingly, actually, all of the team are step parents themselves. So they've been on both sides of that fence. So and I swear to God, I think one of the plus it certainly has been for me, and I certainly know it has been for the team, but kind of going through that makes you as hard as nails. It just does. You know, you think you go through that, you go through all the stuff, if you know, you know, go through all that stuff that a step parent goes through for apparently little reward, but you go through that stuff and it does make you stronger. And you look at our team who are step parents, well, the likeliness of it happening anyway was pretty high when you think about how many blended families there are out there. But yeah, they're step parents, they're as hard as nails, they're determined and passionate, and I think part of that is almost like a trial by fire, isn't it? A baptism by fire even. And they have come out the other side, like me, wanting to help, but also having their heads in reality as to the gig. So guys, this is for you. All right, just a quick live. What I must say is watch out for, you're going to be seeing a lot more of our team. We are going to be just having a chat, spitballing some really controversial issues. Oh yes, we are going to be just spitballing, chatting, having a natter about things like parental alienation, domestic abuse, and can anyone change in these proceedings? Does anybody have that Damascus conversion? Does the ex suddenly have a Damascus conversion where they suddenly wake up and go, do you know what? I've been such an idiot. Find out, keep your eyes peeled for that. That will be going on in the diary. That's going to be coming up soon. In the meantime, the blog about step parents, and the reason I've said step parents is, like I said, a lot of people that we get through the doors actually are step parents who are looking for help for their other halves, supporting their other halves going through this nightmare of court proceedings. So step parents, I'm speaking to you. I understand. We totally get it. Our teams are step parents, so they've seen it from both angles. If you need help, just shout and holler. Look out for our blog. Have an amazing day. Over and out.